Hi guys, it's Coach Henry here, going to share with you guys today on the slice serve, the banana serve that curves through the air. Hopefully today I can give you guys some tips which helps me and hopefully helps you guys when you practice your slice serve. The slice serve is very good to develop your overall strengthening of your upper body and also the other aspects of your, like say, feeling and tempo and timing. And we really like to teach our beginners this slice serve first before they start bombing serves away, because it really helps them to get the feel of the ball first, understand the motion itself, and then adding some spin on the ball so that they get more success instead of just popping the ball over like that. So also for our more experienced students, slice serve is also good because they like to hit hard serves, but in order to hit fast serves, you need to understand how to spin. So either you slice serve or you kick serve, but definitely between the two, you would select the slice serve first to learn, because the better you slice, the easier it is to learn the kick. So hopefully today we can share some aspects with you guys so that you guys can go ahead and practice. And if you guys need us to help you, feel free to let us know with private lessons and online courses, which definitely can help you guys and it's helped many students already. So Coach Henry loves to share our experiences with you guys, hopefully to help you guys improve your game. So right now our YouTube channel is free for all, and definitely hope you guys can support us by super chats and upcoming private lessons and products and services. So here we go. So we're going to share the first aspect with you guys. The most important thing is the grip. So the first aspect of hitting a slice serve well is to have a continental grip. So we call this the chopper grip because you're like holding a knife and you're chopping, and it looks like this movement. And it's very important to understand, and it's easy to find, if you have the index knuckle, the base of the index knuckle on the diagonal. So you're gonna hold it like so. So it's a very straightforward chop movement. And many friends, they start to like tilt the wrist, or do I slice like this? And no, it's actually a very straight up chop like this for the movement. So when you guys hold the ball, go ahead and cut it like so, like this. And it's very easy to understand as you guys go ahead and teach yourselves or you teach a student. And especially when you guys look at this video, you can see that I'm bouncing the ball and I give it a little cut like this. Nothing hard, just a little bit of a soft cut movement so that I can feel the spin on the ball and it's one direction. Many coaches think, it's a curving movement of the ball. You can do it, but then what happens is on some days you don't feel so great. When you're trying to curve the ball, you won't get very good feel. Remember, just a straight line cut and getting in the middle of the strings, and you'll get this nice curve to the ball if you guys hit it right in the middle. And also this grip allows a good flexion of the wrist, and it softens the elbow as well when you guys go ahead and serve, and it really helps you guys link up your throwing action. So remember to get your continental grip first, and also when you guys start out, you can grip the top of the handle and then the middle and then the base. So to start out, it makes the racket lighter when you guys do this. For friends who are not very familiar with the continental grip, you can move forward to this service line and do a couple from here first, and then the no man's land, and then move on to the baseline. But definitely moving progressively along the grip helps you guys gradually increase the weight of the racket, even though the racket is still the same racket. It just makes it heavier when you hold it lower. And also, if you guys can hold it with the cushy part of your palm, the racket on this part will give you guys a little bit more flexion on your wrist as you guys go ahead and do it. Because if you're holding the continental grip and it's tight, there's really no point, right? Because the continental grip allows wrist movement. So for example, when I go ahead and hit my serve, I allow my wrist to flex. This is what gives it the power later. So if I go that, then it really gives it the curve to make it nice and easy. It's not supposed to be a serve that kills the arm. It's supposed to be a serve that you can do a whole basket of balls and your arm still feels really relaxed. And remember, it's the racket that does the work. And we have our STM racket. For friends who are interested, we designed it as a training racket to help our friends understand more, and it's a head-heavy racket with an RA of 78, so that you guys can just go ahead and focus on just getting the movement right, accurate, and control, so that you don't have to worry about too much of the power, because the power comes from the accuracy. So hope you guys can try, and hope this section helps you guys understand more about the grip. And we move on to the next section about the toss. Okay guys, so this section we're going to talk about the toss, and there are many ways to toss the ball, and it's very individualized among all the people around the world. But we hope that today I'm going to share some tips that works with me and with my mentors and helping with my serve, and hopefully helps you guys. So we recommend all our friends to hold the ball in the fingertips, okay, and with a straight arm. If you can have a straight arm, then it's more reliable. So you hold it upside down and then turn it over. So from here, your arm is locked straight, but in a relaxed fashion. So don't really tense up, because then if you tense up, then everything will be tight as well, especially the hitting arm. Then you're going to move your shoulder only as you place the ball upwards. You're going to slowly lift it, but then just lift the ball slowly so that it just leaves your fingertips. So like so, like this. This is an exercise. We're not going to tell you to throw it like this exactly when you guys throw the ball. Now, what happens is, if you guys can understand that, oh, it doesn't take that much effort, then you can go ahead and add a 1 foot. 1 foot. Because if I told you the other way around, start really high, then many friends will start to throw the ball so hard. It's a tennis ball, not a bowling ball. So you just throw it really softly. So the exercise is just leaving the fingertips, and then you slowly, gradually increase to 1 foot and maybe 2 feet. And then it's pretty much enough. Really, really enough. Because many friends, they release the ball from on average around eye level, then it's pretty much enough to get that hitting. Because what happens is, on a slice serve, you don't have to throw it so far up, and you can throw it a little bit to the right side if you're a right-handed player. So for example, from here, you can see that if I throw it up towards my right side, it'll be like so. Because what happens is, on my right side, I can cut the ball much more severe with the cut instead of being straight up. If it's at 12 o'clock from here, then I can get a bit more height on the ball and get more power. So, but right now, if I want to hit a banana serve, I don't want too much height over the net. I want actually lower so I can drift over. So that's the misconception. So you can hit a fast slice serve at 12 o'clock, but if you want it to drift, you start to throw it at around 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock if you're a right-handed player, and it's the opposite if you're a lefty. So again, back to the toss. When you guys toss, again, fingertips, straight arm, turn upside down. We suggest a one-directional movement from around the top of the thigh, straight up. On top of the thigh, straight up. And it's a soft release. Try not to go down up, because this will give you a contradicting force, which will make your serve fluctuate on the toss. So if you can go straight down and then straight up, then it's going to be easier. And then you time it with the arms. Many friends, they practice the toss just using the arms, just using the arm without using the racket. If you're going to practice, you should use the racket as well. Then when you put it together, then you're going to get it all the time. So hopefully this section helps you guys understand more about the toss in regards to the softness and the straight arm. And don't go pulling the arm down before you reach the trophy position. And definitely no bending in the elbow, and don't go down up too much. So right now we're going to conclude this section and hopefully share with you guys the next important tip upcoming in the next section. Okay, so in this section we're going to talk about the stance. So the stance we recommend when you guys, if you're a right-hander and you're serving to the juice side, to have a perpendicular line to the baseline. Because this way, if your shoulder is in line, then the target is on the left side of the shoulder plane. Now, if you go towards the ad side and you approach it the same way, then it's actually misaligned, because the target now is on the right side of my shoulder plane. So to compensate for that, you've got to adjust with a little bit more slope. So once I slope it around 45 degrees, then now I'm aligned with my target on the same way, left side of my shoulder plane, same as on the juice side. So if I could do this, then it's going to be pretty good if I align it this way and my target is the same, and as I do the same movement, same motion, everything is pretty much the same, then my accuracy will improve. When you guys do your stance on the juice side, as you guys get better, you can slightly tilt it as well to a 45 degrees, and this is correct. for future development, because later on you're going to do a kick serve, and if you guys do a kick serve, this has more disguise. So the question is, if I slant it or slope it on the juice side, do I slope it more on the ad side? Then that's correct. You can slope it a little bit more, which makes it the same on both sides, which is important because you want both sides aligned. So in this section, we wanted to share with you guys, to start, you're going to have a perpendicular line with your 2 feet to the baseline. But as you get better, you can start to slope your stance. Now, if you want to open up a bit more, that's good, but then it's tough when you guys want to hit a banana serve. A banana serve will be easier. You guys can try it, don't take my word for it. It'll be easier when you guys do it as a parallel line, a perpendicular line, sorry, and then more slope this way. So you're gonna get more rotation that way. So it gives you more curve, whereas you guys cut the ball, which makes it more curvy and gives that banana effect when it gets to the opponent's side. So hopefully this helps you guys understand more about the stance on hitting a slice serve, and we're gonna go ahead now and go to the next section. Okay, hey guys, the next section is about the wind-up, so which is from this position. As you guys toss the ball, the racket arm will come up as well. So this is the wind-up. There are many styles to the wind-up. Some like to have the wrist bend a little bit, some like to open up, and some like to throw the ball first, some like to raise the racket up first. That's all good, and in my opinion, it's all very personalized, but we want to suggest to you guys that you guys can try the 3 steps that I'm going to give you now. The third step is really for the advanced players, but you can try the first 2, which really helps you guys take your time to develop it. Remember, we don't really, when I teach my students, I don't just see 100 shots, we see like 10,000 shots. Because once you reach that 10,000 level shots, then your form starts to sink in and it starts to develop, and it starts to morph to another thing too, once they get more familiar with it. So we recommend all students to have a continental grip and rest the racket on the shoulder. So now, as you're starting, remember, you can still hit a very fast serve with this. You don't need a very big time wind-up if you're accurate. So racket on the shoulder, and then you toss the ball to the right-hand side, and this is your wind-up. So this is the toss, like that. So it's a 1, 2, contact. So it's a racket up, toss, and then contact. So for many friends that have trouble with their toss starting out, or it's even a beginner, trust me, when they do this for a while, they get really good at it, the next steps become easy. The next steps become really easy because they already know where the position is. They just need some time for it to sink in. So for example, racket up, toss, and hit. Now we bring the first 2 steps together. So which is these 2 steps together. So we just go. All right, so bring these steps together, and it's easier to understand and easier to coordinate. So the next step is, once they bring it up together and hit, the last one, you don't have to do it, but this gives you more power. And I know many friends will start to do it now. You toss the ball first. You toss the ball first and leave the hand down here, and then you lag it, so it's racket up, hit. So you toss the ball first, and then you go and hit. So that's the wind-up. I personally don't mind which one you use, but it's more important that you get the accuracy of contact, get the good spin, get the good feeling, and get your speed range, not too slow, not too fast. Some friends just like to go fast. If you go too fast, then sometimes things go crazy. And most importantly, the ball needs to be in. So it's most important that you get a good curve on the ball and get good contact, and accuracy is the key. And so hope that section helps you guys understand more about the wind-up in my perspective and how we teach our students. And when students do this and they see the video, sometimes they do other things as well. So when they throw the ball, they take the hand out, and then they start to spin it the other way, and or they straight arm it. Sometimes when you guys see online videos, not just even my videos, you see other videos, be careful of what you guys do when you practice. Some friends don't know the things that they do during practice, the little errors that they do. So be very careful. It's very important to find a coach. So find a coach that helps you and that can demonstrate and that understands you, and no matter what videos you watch. So best of luck to you guys. So next section is about the trophy position. So hey guys, this section is about the trophy position, and it's one of my best helps the students, because at the end of the day, many top players, they have different kinds of wind-ups. But they're all trying to reach one thing, the trophy position. So when you guys throw a ball, no matter what you do, you're still trying to reach this position before you throw the ball. So trophy position or launch position, you can interchangeable those two words. So we would say that when you guys reach your trophy position, the elbow and the finger, so say my right elbow, left hand finger, straight line, okay? My racket later on, after I do all the practice as I mentioned before, my racket will start to straighten. And many friends, they drop it too much and they even do the back scratching position, but nowadays there's less because there's been so many material talking about no more back scratch, which is great because you don't really back scratch on the serve. So from here, make sure that you now don't racket drop until you start to rotate, okay? But that's in the next section. But the trophy position, be sure that to have the racket head up and the left hand up if you're a righty. Right-handed player. So this position is the trophy position. Okay. From here, you want to lock in that movement and don't release the racket drop or the arm, tossing arm, until you start to rotate. So this is your pose that you should practice every day in the mirror. Okay. I've done this so much when I was a junior. But the problem is I did it with a mirror. You're like, so what's wrong with that? What happens is when I do it in the mirror, I keep looking at the mirror. You're supposed to look at the ball. So once in a while, look at the mirror, but then also check looking at the ball. Okay, so when you guys do it, you'll feel that if you lock it in, there's more power. Okay, so when you guys go ahead and rotate out, you feel like the trophy position helps you a lot with the timing so that you know when to release everything, especially the racket drop, the rotating of the upper body, and especially the left arm, which is, in my case, the tossing arm. So hope this helped you guys in regards to the trophy position. You can also do your bending with the knees. You can coil a little bit more, but don't go crazy first. Just do the basic first with the line, less coiling, and less, just enough knee bend, not too much. Because when you add something, adding a little bit is already a lot. And for example, if I coil a little bit, I've got to come back. So don't go adding so much stuff because you saw someone doing it online. Get the basics right first. When you toss up, you don't even need that much. Just a little bit, and then rotate to contact and get a good cut on the ball. Then the ball will start flying if you're accurate and make good contact with the strings on the ball. So hope you guys enjoyed this section with regards to the trophy position, and the next section we'll share another important aspect with you guys. Hello again guys, so we're going to share with you guys the spin concept. So I'm located at the ad side because you see so many serves done on the juice side already. So I want to share with you guys that there's many ways to interpret the spin, but to make things easier from a beginner to even advanced players. Remember, advanced players get confused too at times, especially during pressure. So it's always good to have a good way to, and also a simple way to explain this thing to yourself, especially in your match, because not everybody has a coach to watch their matches. So a continental grip, straight line cut. Now if you hit the net, aim it higher, or a little bit hit the lower part of the ball, which we might explain a little bit later. And don't hit too much on top of the ball if it's going into the net, because that'll just make it even lower. Hit a little bit more towards the bottom, and it'll make it a little bit higher. Another thing is to visualize your ball going up after you hit the ball. Make sure it goes up. So when you hit it, it goes up. But you're still using the same cutting action. No matter what wind-up you do, the moment of contact is very much important. Just like Roger Federer says, moment of contact is what's going on between the strings and the ball. At the moment of contact, you see many top players, they look pretty much the same if they're doing the same thing, the same location. So right now, I'll just show you guys what I'm doing. When you see that I'm doing this, I'm actually not trying to do that. It's just the camera, and the high-speed camera, you're looking at it. Like, you know, when you slow down, you'll see that I'm actually just straight line cutting it. It's because I'm rotating my body, and with my follow through, that it'll look like I'm trying to curve the right side of the ball. if you're trying to do this during the time the ball is in the strings, you lose a lot of control. And that time during when the ball hits the strings is called dwell time. And you got like 4 milliseconds on average. So right now I'm going to try to aim for that tee so that you guys can see it. So I get lucky today with the 2 serves. Okay, so when you guys see that I'm cutting it, I hope you guys can see the curve from this angle, but I'm not trying to do so much. I'm trying to be very simple and just go for a good clean cut on the ball. And it's just like this. I'll see if you guys can see it on this guy. Like clean cut, that's it. Because of the wind up and the body movement and I'm rotating, it looks like I'm doing all this stuff, but actually I'm not. But in order to do this basic thing, you've got to practice so many times, like 10,000 shots, in order to get it. And you got to miss a lot of balls too. What? I'm going to make a lot of errors. Well, of course you're going to make a lot of errors because that's how you learn. So in order for you to know the gauge, how high and how much left and right, you've got to practice. You've got to practice to understand how much curve there is on the ball. And so this serve is really good for doubles because you can curve that ball and make it difficult for the opponent to hit, and singles too, but they're going to be running towards the partner's side, and which the partner needs to cover later on. So hopefully you like this section on this concept of the spin and through my demonstrations. Welcome to leave me a comment in the comment section if you've got any questions about it. And please support us with a like. And our YouTube channel is free, so if you can support us with Super Chat or products and services, we would really appreciate that. So upcoming next section, we'll share another important aspect with you all. Hi guys, in this section we're going to share a bit of the curve control and how much you want to curve the ball in the banana serve, the slice serve, which is very important because you're like, oh, I hit my slice serve but the ball doesn't curve very much, and then you try to hit it harder and then you're like, well, it doesn't curve anymore, so your instruction must be wrong. Actually, it's not wrong, it's like you misinterpret it. Some friends, you got to chill out a little bit. You got to understand that there's a thing called spin power ratio. The harder you hit the ball, the harder it travels, the faster it travels through the air, the less it's going to spin. The more it spins and slower it travels, the more rotation it has, the more chance it has for the air pressure to push it from either side. And in my case, I'm a right-handed player, from the right side. Okay, the air pressure will push it. I'm not showing the racket, okay, I'm saying the air pressure. So if I curve the ball, right, and it's the same thing on the slice too. If I underspin, it's going to push from upwards. Top spin pushes up from the top. If I want to curve it more, I definitely got to give it more spin, but less forward movement. Okay, so that's more curve. So I'm going to try to demonstrate here. If you guys can see on the camera, hopefully you can catch the ball as well. So if I'm gonna catch it here at around 2 o'clock, and you can see the curve, but I'm not doing it very hard. Right? So the serves were in, and you see that the curve is the blend of power and spin. So you could be like spin 70 or 80%, 30%, 20% power. But if you put it the other way around, then the ball's going to be flying, and there's not much curve. And also, as it hits the ground, it doesn't skid very much. Be sure that when you guys play on the surface, like real grass or synthetic grass, that you give more spin so that the surface helps to make the ball skid through. So you gotta understand that as you guys do this, your hand needs to be very flexible too. You need to be relaxed. If you can, like we said at the beginning, the continental grip has a huge advantage, is that you can allow for wrist movement, but not overly use it. When friends hear that, oh yeah, the wrist is an important role, then I'm gonna really yank down my wrist. No, you don't need to. It plays a huge role. Doesn't mean you have to really use effort to relax, man. So go for the racket head onto the ball, and our racket is head heavy, so it really helps you guys understand the movement. It's like a hammer. So when you guys cut it, make sure it has a good, smooth action, clean in the middle of the strings, and that'll get it the curve. So our house racket has helped many students play it better on the serves, and especially the forehand and backhands. So hopefully this section on the curve control helps you guys understand more about the spin power ratio. And then the next section, we're going to talk about the standing position. Hey guys, in this section we're talking about the standing position, and As you guys can see, this is the center mark and I'm standing close, further away, and now I'm at the single sideline, and now I'm even at the doubles sideline, doubles alley. So you don't have to stand in the same position to serve all the time. To maximize your efficiency and effectiveness of your slice serve, making it difficult for them to read, you got to try standing in different positions. So for example, I'm here, and you can see that I'm like on the, of course you can only stand past the single sideline if you're playing doubles. So if I'm here, and then I'm going to move across here, okay, and you guys can see that I'm doing the same thing. Of course, I'm adjusting my aim, but the effectiveness is different and for different players, so you've got to test it. The guy on the other side reading your serve, it makes it more difficult when you add the element of different standing position. So if you're standing here from all the time, then you've actually made it easier for him, provided that you actually mastered the serve. So make it more difficult for him by standing in different positions all the time. You know, don't be so predictable. So that's another aspect that I really like on the slice serve, which I use in my matches a lot, but it's really subtle ones. So the ones that I demonstrated are huge changes, but make some subtle change. My college coach used to say, little bit, enough so that they don't even see it. So hopefully this tip helps you guys, and the next section is about the follow through. Hi guys, in this section we're going to talk about the follow through on the banana serve, slice serve. There's a lot of friends that I see, they're trying to cut it really short, or they're trying to finish on the right side. The slice serve, remember, is a fundamental serve after the pushy serve or maybe a tap serve after the beginners learning it. By the way, this serve for beginners is actually quite good for them to understand what the serve is. After that, they do a little bit of a motion, and then the next thing I teach them a slice. So very quickly, my beginners, they learn a slice serve, and it's a very good serve fundamentally, and it'll stick with them for life. And if you make it simple for them, then they love their serves for the rest of their life, which is really fantastic. And also they can learn higher levels of serves with easier thoughts. So follow through is one of the things where we like all our friends to have a smooth action, that the right shoulder, if you're righty, the hitting shoulder comes through all the way. Now, the left hand should hug the tummy, and right now you see many servers, if they do hug their stomach, they will let that arm come through, both sides. This helps you not nothing holding back the hitting shoulder come through. So I'm gonna demonstrate a couple here. Okay, if you can do this, then it just makes it so easy. It's just like a throwing action, because when you throw it, you throw balls like that. You don't throw balls like this. You gotta very closely resemble a throwing action. And it's not only for slice serves. Later on, if you want to do a bomb serve, you can do bomb serves like this. So you don't want to have anything to hinder your rotation. Right? Maybe later on you get really advanced, then you can be more specific, and definitely on the kick serve you want to do this a bit, okay? Because on the kick serve you're trying to hold the rotation a little bit, just slightly, because on the kick serve you don't want to rotate so fast, okay? But that's more on the sharing later on for you guys during the kick serve section. So on the follow through, be sure to let the arms come through, but as you guys do this, make sure you hit the ball first and then come through. Don't go pulling the serve into the net. Definitely make sure the ball toss is towards the right side, and go for control, spin, and not just power. To hit a good slice serve is about power, spin-power ratio. So hopefully this sharing has helped you guys understand more about the slice serve and how we practice it and how we teach our students. And hope you guys enjoy it and have some things to take away during your practice, and hope you guys can take your slice serve to the next level. Upcoming, we're going to share more with you guys, and hope you guys can support our channel by a super chat or by supporting our products and services, especially our racket and our courses. But definitely one-to-one courses, private lessons is the most effective, where I practice with you guys. Be sure to reach out, WhatsApp me, and we look forward to hearing from you guys soon.